All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Devin Smith PS4 Sports League Network, live on YouTube, PS4 live stream, Joe Price Facebook. Today we're continuing our divisional round, second round, divisional round playoffs. We're in the AFC now. Of course, Philadelphia Eagles won and are moving on to the third round divisional championship to play the winner of Seattle Seahawks and Los Angeles Rams. All right. Buffalo Bills at Los Angeles Chargers. Bills are the third seed at Los Angeles Chargers, one seed. This should be a heck of a game. If you like the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you want to see more content, hit the bell so you can be notified for new content. Check out my new Facebook page, Joe Price Hall of Fame, which is an exclusive championship Facebook page that has playoff championship content from the past and the current. Also, you can check out my regular Facebook page, Joe Price. Or if you want to join any leagues where you can win money in my seasons, friend me on my PSN at Joe Price 834.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Chargers. With that, let's get out to Southern California with the call from Los Angeles. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. The scene a moment ago, unlike any other in the NFL for a lot of years. The crowd here in Carson might be half the size of a normal NFL stadium, but they are twice as loud as their Chargers get set to face off with the Buffalo Bills. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number two, number three, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Desmond King on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Phillip Rivers takes the field here, starting year number 15 in a Charger uniform, and week one was a defeat, 38-28 at the hands of Kansas City. But Rivers, he turned in a solid performance in their season opener. He threw for 424 yards and 3 touchdowns, so he did his thing. And it could have been even bigger for him because he was hampered by a few drops in the game. Travis Benjamin, Tyrell Williams, on possible touchdown throws. But I love Phillip Rivers after the game. No panic. He's been around the block a few times. They lost, and he equated the season to like the Tour de France with a lot of stages and, you know, ups and downs. He says there's 16 stages in NFL season. That was just stage 1. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield. You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game. Jeez, you are fired up. When I see a play like that, I can't help it. Looking back to week 1 for Melvin Gordon, by his standards, just an okay game on the ground, 64 yards on 15 carries. But he also gets it done catching the football. He's a complete back, and in this ball game, he had 102 yards off of 9 catches, so we'll see plenty of that as the season develops. But how about what he's done in his first 3 years in the league? 33 catches as a rookie to 41 to 58 last year. I think those numbers will continue to go up. And he improved as a receiver starting at the University of Wisconsin. We knew he needed to add it to his game. And we get set to see Buffalo here in just a second on offense. In week 1, that QB controversy for the Bills waited all of about one half of the first game just to rear its ugly head because you've got Nathan Peterman who did not play well. And then really, to be frank, Josh Allen came in. He didn't do very well either. Now, you mentioned the head, right? Well, that position got flipped on its head. Remember, A.J. McCarron was supposed to be the starter to begin the year. He's already been traded to Oakland. Josh Allen, and he thought that they would go with the rookie. They decided not to. And here comes Nathan Peterman, who struggled in his only start in 2017. He struggles again in 2018. 5 of 18, 24 yards, 2 interceptions. Josh Allen comes in. He's just 6 of 15 for 74 yards. The biggest issue for Buffalo, their offensive line. Neither quarterback will have a chance until they get that taken care of. Well, Charles, as we get a look at this lineup here offensively, you kind of touched on the offensive line. They allowed 6 sacks in that week 1 loss. I saw them in preseason against a really strong front of Cincinnati and thought that they would struggle this year. And unfortunately, in game 1, that came to pass. Deion Dawkins, I think, has a bright future at left tackle, but Vlad Dukas, John Miller inside at guard, they've got to shore things up. Otherwise, it doesn't matter who plays quarterback. They won't be able to fashion any offense. Left side here, caught by Clay. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. McCarron now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first and 10, here's A.J. McCarron. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now McCarron throwing on second. This complete to the tight end, Clay. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Throwing now is McCarron. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back big plays right there, and the Bills have another first down. And from the red zone now, it's McCarron. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today. And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go now.
McCarron to throw once more. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. And again, it's McCarron. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
McCarron keeps it, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A.J. McCarron scoring on the sneak from a yard out, and the Bills have taken the early lead. So it was 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time, and it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Chargers coming out of the field now and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now Gordon on first down. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
To throw is Rivers. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta! The 180!
A first down throw here for Rivers. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now's...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Switching gears for a second because you and I were talking earlier. We had some odd games in week 1. I don't think anything, though, takes the cake quite like that game in Miami. How about that lightning delay? Multiple lightning delays.
Yeah, when you open up the season in the state of Florida and it's not a dome,
good luck.
You've got a chance of this happening, right? It happened in Tampa a couple of seasons ago, maybe a couple of times if I remember correctly. This game wound up taking 7 hours and 8 minutes to finish when all was said and done. Normally we do a game in 3.5 or less. That's unbelievable. So great stamina for the fans, great stamina for the players, and how about our colleagues in the announce booth? Great stamina for them as well.
Indeed. Longest game in NFL history. After the INT, it's McCarron. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. On first down, McCarron. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Legion forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. McCarron to throw on second down. He finds Ivory here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now here's McCarron on 3rd. Caught. This is Ivory. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. They do go for it. It's McCarron. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Throwing on first. Here's McCarron. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Denzel Perryman in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. On second down, here's McCarron. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. To throw, it's McCarron. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, quite a few teams this past week in the NFL were playing with new quarterbacks, guys that have been in the league, but in a new uniform. And they had quite a bit of success. You noted some of them. Who'd you have down?
It's really incredible success when you think about it. Kirk Cousins in Minnesota, 1. Case Keenum in Denver, 1. Alex Smith with Washington, 1 at Arizona. Pat Mahomes, he started 1 game last year, but it was really a throwaway. His true debut on the road against the Chargers, wins. And Tyrod, whichever way he wants it pronounced, got a tie with Cleveland. How about special category? Ryan Tannehill back with the Dolphins. He wins in their home game against Tennessee. And fear the beard, Ryan Fitzpatrick with a monster performance on the road, beating New Orleans with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And if you guys were worried, Brady and Rodgers still pretty good.
Yes.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Rivers on 3rd and 2. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, CD, looking back to last week, one interesting thing certainly was that tie between Pittsburgh and Cleveland. You know, that was the first Week 1 tie since 1971.
Yeah, I think our research told us that the Broncos and Dolphins tied 10-10. And remember, overtime was instituted by the NFL starting with the 1974 season. So this is unbelievable, those two teams tied. Cleveland was +5 in turnover margin, had their chances, and got a field goal block down the stretch that would have won the game.
Yeah, Pittsburgh had a field goal late in OT too, and they missed it wide left. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, and that'll bring up second down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. McCarron on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now here's McCarron again. Wide open receiver, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Again, they'll throw it with A.J. McCarron. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. To throw is McCarron. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock it out.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Kyle Emanuel leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. McCarron on 3rd and goal. This is caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We want to remind you that new this year in regular season games, I'll take you around the NFL, give you stats and scores from games in progress, as well as look back at games that have already been completed. So keep an eye out for that, but for now, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Player spotlight time, and that player spotlight is shining on A.J. McCarron. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A.J. McCarron looking to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Returning, it's Benjamin. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 right at the 30. He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
He didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Throwing Rivers, and it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. 3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
Rivers on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw, Rivers. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a 1st down when you want 3. Get a little bit closer, making an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st and 10, here's A.J. McCarron. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. McCarron now on 1st down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Now McCarron throwing on 2nd. Left side here, caught by Clay. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor And it's a first down. McCarron now to throw. His throw incomplete. Trying to go back to Clay that time. That'll bring up second down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Here we go. Green 30.
McCarron again here on 2nd and 10. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Corey Legion in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Now McCarron. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them from.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
After the INT, it's McCarron. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. And McCarron now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's McCarron to throw. This complete to the tight end play. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st down, McCarron. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. McCarron to throw once more. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Chris Ivory, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will extend their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Hauschka now for the extra point. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got Allen. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Sets up the screen to Gordon. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Holding offense.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Rivers now from the 50. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Now A.J. McCarron and the offense heading back onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now McCarron. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. McCarron going to throw it here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
And again, it's McCarron. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find a completion.
Yeah, just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
They run with their short yardage man, Ivory. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Again, they run. Again, it's Ivory. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's McCarron. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Charles Clay from 6 yards away. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Now Hauschka to tack on the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. To return it now, here's King. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Ready, set 180, be hot, be hot.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Green's got it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock.
12. Single. Hey! 380.
Rivers again. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And there's the spike. It stops the clock at 22 seconds remaining.
Tight down. There you go.
36. 3. Hey, watch 28.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Allen's got it over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And now he stops it with a spike at 8 seconds. And it's incomplete. So now only 7 seconds remain. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Rivers. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Virgil Green from 10 yards out. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. To return, it's Kalen Clay. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night, everybody.